I've been separated from my wife for 4 years now, basically to save her life. She was going to lose her insurance, and there wasn't any choice. I think both of us have accepted the fact that we'll never be together again.
You do what you can to survive, and if I don't have medical care, I'll go into seizures without my medication and I will die. I'm Linda Drain, and I'm 62.
And I'm Larry Drain, and I'm 66.
We got married in 1981.
If there's not a lot of traffic, I can make the ride in, 30, 45 minutes, just depending on what I hit along the way. Linda's is, I think, 21, 22 miles, something like that. It feels a lot further.
Come on in. How you doing? Oh. We met at the University of Tennessee.
We were in a human services class, and the teacher was talking about tardive dyskinesia, where the tongue gets really swollen and people have a hard time talking. And he turned to me and he said, "Larry, can you show us how they sound?" And I started off and I go, "Oh, oh, oh, oh." And I mean right to the second. Across the room, Linda started going, and I thought, what bad taste, making fun of those. And then I thought, my God, she's having a seizure.
I can't believe how much time has passed.
She has pretty severe epilepsy. 20 years ago, she was having 10 to 15 grand mal seizures a day.
I start out with a shallow breathing, and my eyes will start to flutter, and then I will tremble, and I get to where I know I'm going to fall, so I will just choose to sit on the floor.
It's just real dangerous. It's not the one kind of thing that you want to do in the house by yourself. You remember the night where they said that somebody was going to break in, and I sat in my car half the night with a baseball bat, getting ready to come after me. When I turned 62, she wasn't doing very well, and I thought, well, maybe this is the time to come home. I took early retirement. I'd worked for 47 years as a mental health counselor.
Larry, you were young once.
And it just seemed like the right thing to do. A little while after we took early retirement, the people from Social Security called us in, and they said, "You guys make way too much money."
We were told if I wanted to keep my Social Security benefits as they were, we'd have to separate. The choice was to separate, or I would lose my Medicaid benefits. And there wasn't a second thought. We knew immediately we had to split up.
We get calls every week of families who basically are going without health coverage, who could access health coverage if their families were just divided. I mean, really their only other option is to move to another state that might have expanded coverage.
We asked if we got a divorce, could we live together then? Because we wouldn't be married, so how could they penalize us? And he said that would not be possible.
It was fraud.
Yeah.
The only thing they cared about was how was she getting support, how was she getting money. And they're like, it can't come from you. Wherever else it comes from, it cannot come from you.
I was very scared when I first moved out from Larry. It was the very first time, even with all my seizure history, that I was terrified. I was shattered, and I was lonely, I was angry, I was enraged. I felt like there was not going to be a chance to spend any time together after that. I don't cook meals anymore because I have seizures. I don't want to be in front of a stove. and then know that my concentration is gone.
Everything that defined my reality, which was being with her, doing things with her, they're forever changed. So I miss Linda's laughing. She laughs from the bottom of her toes to the top of her head. Financially, it's been a disaster. If you look at my refrigerator is empty. I can't remember the last time I ate 2 meals in a day. Hey, Linda, how are you doing? So are you physically doing okay right now?
Yeah, I just don't like the medicine making me sleep.
I'll see you not very long from now. If anybody ever told me the day would come when I let my wife down, I would have told them that they were insane. And it's happened because I didn't have a car, or I didn't have the gas to get there, or something.
I get to see him at least at the first part of the month. I get paid at the first and he gets paid on the third. So we see each other the very first few days of the month, and then we try to ration the money for gas.
You feel like a failure. You get angry a lot. I think a lot of my blood pressure has to do with the fact that I live with an incredible amount of stress. But the biggest thing is she's just going through an extraordinarily hard time right now. And there's not much I can do to help. Dear Governor Haslam, the next legislative session is almost on us. I started writing Governor Haslam, and I wrote him a letter every day. And I talked about health care in every way that I knew to have it. I basically said, look, give us a shot. Give us a chance. And I started hearing from all these people that had read all these letters. All of a sudden, we became a big deal. To be expanded. And we were speaking at rallies, and we became involved with all kinds of demonstrations. I was astonished at the reaction of people to the letters of Governor Haslam. I was astonished. And we're still trying, but you can't make a difference unless you speak. The truth is, we're probably not going to live together again. For whatever reason, tragedy is part of our life. And we can do what we can, and we can live the best life we can. We can try to be the best people we can be. You know, we can try to make a difference. The things you love, you cherish.
You do.
And you treat them with value.
When you commit to a person, you want to put yourself last. And that's what love is.